Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode, 15 good minutes with the fellas minus LB. Just so you know, LB is he's at the Oxon Hill game right now because our guy in front of the program, Coach Howard, is sitting on 399 victories, and LB wants to be there when the 400th come. And just as we were, just talking, he just sent me the first quarter score. Oxon Hill's up 23, so they must be playing Little Sisters of the Poor in the first quarter. So he should get his 400th tonight, and LB's going to present him with a little token of appreciation. So congrats to Coach Howard. 400 wins is a it's a major milestone. So yeah, we're good with that. So we're going to press on. Charles, how you doing, buddy?
I am wonderfully excellent today. It's a great day in the neighborhood.
Great,
Cold,
great day. It
cold,
is. It's really cold. It's really cold.
cold, but nice.
Freddie, how
Nice
about you,
snow.
man?
I'm well. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay, my mic, the little dot on my microphone is blinking, so I think I touched
That
it by
means that you
accident.
coming through. If it's blinking, you're talking through your computer. Because if it's solid, it's coming through the mic. But I mean,
Okay,
we can still hear
so it's
you.
solid now. It's solid now.
All right. Yep, I'm doing good too. I've had two and a half weeks of technical glitches. If I had hair, I would have pulled it out by now. The old engineer in me wanted to solve it, and when I found out what the problem was, I was beside myself. But needless to say, they ripped and replaced almost everything in the network. Got a lot of new gear here now, but it wasn't necessary. But we got it fixed. So it's good to be back. Good to see you guys and not be freaking out. Got an easy one today. I wanted to talk to you guys about because you've got the expanded college football playoffs. It's going to start this weekend. I want to focus on this first week, not the ones after, and not the guys that have a bye, and kind of get your impression. So I'm tracking four games this week. I'm just going to throw them out one at a time. The one that I'm most interested in is Friday night. Alabama goes to Oklahoma. Um, I just want Alabama to get housed. I mean, I want to see them lose like they did to Georgia a couple weeks ago because then I want to see what the committee does because I'm one of the few people that they could spin the math any way they wanted to, but I just don't think they should have been in. Not that someone else should have. I just think you have somewhere in here you have to draw the line, and I just don't think they're good enough. The way that they played in the SEC championship game, it was bad. It was not representative of a good team. So let me start with you, Charles. You look at that game on Friday, 8 p.m. Alabama's at Oklahoma. You expecting to be close, a good one, or what are you seeing?
I mean, It's hard to beat a team two times in a year. All right, and the game was close. All right, but Oklahoma did beat Alabama at Alabama. So, and now Alabama is coming to Oklahoma to actually play. So, uh, I believe it's going to be a good game, but I'm in agreement with you, right? I'd rather not be seeing this game because I don't think Alabama should be in it. All right, but the powers to be overruled 15 good minutes. And so Alabama is in it. So, but I'm pulling for Oklahoma. I'm pulling for Oklahoma, right? Just because I just don't care for Alabama. So
Freddie, what are you seeing in that game, man? Even because like Charles said, it was earlier in the season, it was a close game, but Oklahoma still got it. What are you looking for here Friday night, man?
I hate both programs to be honest with you.
Okay.
Oklahoma and Alabama. They both have that tacky ass crimson. That
Oh,
raggedy
that's right.
white.
You got something against that color. I forgot. I'm
You know,
sorry.
um, so I to be honest with you, and I wish you would ask me the question. This game would have been last, and then you would know why. But I think it'll be a good game. I think in Oklahoma, and the quarterback, his hand, I think he had a hand injury earlier this year. I think he should be healthy by now. I think if you're Oklahoma. if you're gonna ever make noise in the SEC, now is the time. So um, I don't know who's gonna win. I think it's gonna be another close one.
Sure.
Um, I don't even. I'm gonna go with Oklahoma because they're at home, but it wouldn't shock me if Alabama.
Well, sticking with you, Freddie. Let's move to the first game on Saturday. You got Miami going to Texas A&M. What do you see there?
It should be the best game. Well, I'm not gonna say the best game, but the most interesting one. Because I see Oklahoma and Alabama being kind of like a slugfest, but A&M and Miami, they both are very good teams, very good defenses, but their offenses are explosive. Miami on the road at College Station. Again, I don't like Miami. So so obviously I'm going, for Texas A&M all the way, on this one. But I'm hoping for a good game. Go Aggies.
Fair enough, Charles. When you look at Texas A&M hosting the Hurricanes, what are you looking for?
I'm with you guys. Obviously, the best two games, right? One on Friday and the one at noon. I'm not understanding the times of these other two games. I'm thinking that those two games should have been the later games. But anyway, I believe that this is going to be a close one. For me, this is kind of a toss up, right? Because both teams are really, really good, and they're both very. So it's going to be what team actually plays good defense, right? And I believe that good defense is going to probably be at the end of the game. All right, it's not going to be like during the game. I'm thinking. I'm saying a toss up. I don't know who's going to win this.
Yeah, I've got that one as a toss up. I know there was a lot of back and forth, Charles, about Miami getting in, not getting in. I didn't put a lot of stock into that. Um, the odds makers, I guess is whatever you call it, are leaning a little bit towards A&M, but I think it's going to be a game that goes down to the fourth quarter. And honestly, man, I think it's going to be, and I know this sounds like a cliche, but the ones that don't turn the ball over, especially down the stretch, especially in, close game. Close game to me means 7 points or less. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mhm.
Getting in there. So I'm looking for that one. Now, these next two games, Charles, I'm going to start with you. And one of the things that I want you guys to weigh in on when you talk about these next two games is there's a lot of conversation about Tulane and JMU, being in there. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't looked at it today, but I think JMU is Oregon is favored by 21 or 22.
Winning.
So
Yeah.
so it first let's look at the 3:30 game, Tulane and Ole Miss. Start when you, Charles. Do you expect any competition? Do you expect it to be
No.
competitive or and
No.
if why not?
No. It's this is probably going to be a blowout, but I am probably in the on the rare side of my comment I'm about to make. Right, I believe in this particular case the committee got it right. Tulane should have been in. Right, they're a conference champion. Right, and they should have been in the playoffs. Right, now does they deserve to be in there? That's another conversation altogether. But these two, James Madison and Tulane, the committee actually got this right. So, but I believe it's going to be a blowout.
Fair enough, Freddie. Sticking with this one, Ole Miss hosting Tulane. Any chance that it can be a game, or are we going to be breaking away by halftime doing something else?
These two games should have been the earlier two games of the weekend, right? But guess what they did? They just said, "Hey, guess what? On Saturday night, everybody can go to the club and do whatever you got to do." Right? Right?
Watch some college basketball.
Whatever it is you do, go watch paint dry in the rain, whatever it is you do, as Charles said, you think the committee, he thinks the committee got it right. The committee got it right based upon the current rules.
Yeah,
Correct.
I heard that's changing. Is that true?
Once you expand it, yes.
Okay.
And all you basically just did, you know,
Was
and
confirmed.
all you just did was you just gave Ole Miss possibly a bye week, right? If
Yes.
this game is gonna be won and lost in the trenches because Tulane O line and their D line is not gonna be big enough, strong enough to match Ole Miss, right? And as long as Ole Miss don't come in jerking around or whatever, they handle business. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put them to sleep at by halftime, you know, and we be the
So okay. Well, just sticking with you, is it safe to assume that that logic that you just applied to that game, you applying the same logic to the Oregon JMU game?
times 10 because we know JMU. We know JMU don't. We know don't. No shade to JMU, but this ain't what you want right here. You know it's not. You know it's not.
You feel the same way, Charles, about this
Yeah,
about this this
it's a nice
this
money game.
7:30 p.m. prime time
Yeah,
game
I
on
know,
Saturday?
prime time game.
Huh?
I said it's a nice money game for him, right? But it's a blowout. It's Oregon very explosive, and GMU is they're probably just happy to be there, right? They're probably going to just be happy to be there, right? But it's going to be a blowout. And in your honor, I won't be probably even looking at it. So
Let me ask you this, Charles, and tell me, I was thinking about this earlier today, and tell me if you think this makes sense. Would it have been better to have Tulane and JMU face each other?
it would have been better. That would probably have been better, but you know they're going to do it by rankings, right? And honestly, I think who got screwed here is really Indiana because they're going to be playing Alabama or Oklahoma, which I think is better than I'm not saying better than
You say that's gonna be a tougher game for them than one of
that's going to
these.
be a tougher game for them. Exactly, because the 8th and 9th seed, right, are pretty darn good football teams, right? And they're going to have to pay them the first round, right? So, but yeah, it probably would have been better, but obviously, it's the ranking. You're going to the highest seed, lowest seed, right, going to play each other. So, but yeah, it would have been nicer. Would have been nicer to see those two teams and give them a
More,
chance
more,
actually to
more
the next.
on each other's level, right?
Correct.
But at the end of the day, someone's still gonna have to go back to Freddie's point. They're still gonna have to face
Yes,
like a no fooling powerhouse, whether you do it now or do it later.
correct.
Get the jokers out of the deck. Get them out. Get the jokers out the deck early.
Move them out, huh, Fred?
Get them out.
Yeah, there was some conversation. To Freddie's point, it's going to change, but when they were doing the selection show, they were talking about how they got here and how they ended up with two of those. What do they call something? Five schools?
G5.
E5, right? Instead of one and two. And then to your point, I mean, Freddie, it would have been more competitive to have a Texas in or some, you know what I mean? Just and I don't no shade at all to these smaller schools, man. It's just, I we talked about this last year, the year before. For me, at this stage of it, even back when they only had four, I just wanted to be competitive. I think if you get to the point where I mean, you already, you know, the team you're going up against is favored by 22 points, and we haven't even done a kickoff. I mean, that's just not good. I don't know what can come of it, and I don't know, Freddie. You coached this game. Would you reach a point if you're on Oregon staff where you would just start pulling your guys? Just
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. But if you're JMU, it's not even about
Embrace the moment.
it's not even about Oregon and Ole Miss. If you're the coach of JMU and Tulane, the message you're telling your kids, nobody believes in us. Those fools
Well,
on,
there's
on,
a
on
reason
50,
nobody
those fools on
believes in
15
them.
good minutes, they talking about us. That's what and whether it be this year or next year or whenever, it's going to happen at some point. One of the poop putts You
Are
know,
going to win. Yes, yes.
We've seen it in NCAA basketball, Freddie. Right?
Right.
We've seen UVA go down as a
well,
one seed.
that's basketball. That's basketball.
They said it would never happen though.
The basketball is a little bit different than football, you know, from a physicality
Oh yeah,
standpoint.
physicality,
Right.
but talent wise also. I
Yeah,
mean,
but I get what Freddie going here because you're going to get an Appalachian State in there, right? And
At some point,
they're gonna upset somebody, right?
when you expand it to 24, 26 is
Yes,
good. They're gonna catch somebody.
they're gonna catch somebody. Yes, yes.
I
Gonna,
think
Gonna be-
to your point though, Freddie, man, I put my if I'm on the JMU staff, I'm putting my coach's hat on. I'm saying, listen here, fellas. We are prime time on Saturday
yes.
night. I'm saying get your tickets to your family. This is your Super. We're gonna play as hard as we possibly can, but this is our moment, and that school's gonna get a ton of money. And for
Yes.
their type of their brand of football, they're gonna be recruiting all kinds of kids. It is a win. We got to go out there and just play as hard as you can. But I'm pumping them up, Freddie. I'm like, yo, we're here. Other teams aren't, and it's Saturday night football. Yeah.
And then when the game's over and the new kids in the locker room broken and beat up, they're gonna be thinking, man, coach lied to us, man.
They all gonna hit that. No, when the game's over, they all gonna hit the portal and go, go to some other school anyway. So I'm just saying, as a staffer, it would be important to me because our brand of football has never been at that level before.
Yes.
And you come on, man. There's a win in there somewhere.
I mean, it's a good recruiting tool.
That's a great recruiting tool, man.
Yeah.
It's great
Like I said, for Tulane and GMU. It's a win-win. It's a win, regardless of what happens. It's a win-win for them, right? Obviously, it'll be a big disappointment for Ole Miss or Oregon if these schools stick around, right, and give them a game, right? And obviously, if that was to happen with either one of these teams, that's just going to more propel their stock, right, in the offseason of getting talent to their school. So,
all right, well, there you have it. We'll take a look at it. Charles is saying that he will not be watching football on Saturday evening.
No.
I'm going to start, but if it goes sideways, Freddie,
you're probably going to do it pretty quickly.
I'm gonna watch the first quarter of both games. I'm gonna watch the first quarter, see,
So yeah, that's all we got time for today. Just wanted to get you guys' opinion on what we're going to see this weekend. I mean, it seems to me, maybe it's just me, but it seemed like the season just started, and here we are. It's a week before Christmas, and we're in the playoffs. So it moved really, really quickly, faster than I thought. I mean, college basketball is in now, so I'm kind of looking forward to it, and I really want to get down to when we get to that Final Four here. You know what I mean? I'm hoping for some good football there. Before we check out, let me see if the guys have something to say. Charles, I'm starting with you, man. What you got to say today?
I don't have anything except for if you it's cold all over the country. Bundle up, please.
Freddie, how about you? You got something to say today?
How you say his name? Sharon Moore.
Talking about Michigan's coach, aren't you?
Yeah, this brother, Sharon, whatever your name is, and it's finally Succession was done correctly, and you give it back.
Yeah,
right? and you give it back. I mean, this man,
brother had a bad week
on purpose.
I'm very disappointed in how reckless he was. You know, with the Uber driver to the with the Plan B stuff, and you go to the side piece, put a knife to your neck, you kicking at her door, put a knife to your neck, saying you're gonna kill yourself, yada yada. Then once you get out, then you go, you hit up on Instagram, this brother crashed out, and I mean,
I got no sympathy for him, Freddie. I'm sorry. I mean, got one of the best jobs in the world at one of the most prestigious programs in the sport. you're succeeding a guy who won a natty and is now doing fairly well in California. You know, to your point about succession, your program.
Yes.
This is what your focus is on, right? Really? This is what you. So for me, no, you know, no.
You know, I will, and then they had him when he had his court appearance in the
In the
white
box.
suit. Coach Moore, we would like to invite you onto this show, and you tell your side of the story. We hear and everybody else side. We want to hear from you, Coach.
I think
So
his side is pretty.
I want to hear from you, Coach.
Yes, Charles, I do. I got something to say. Is like, I wanted an afternoon coffee today while I was at work. I was like, you know what? We'll go good with this coffee. Donut. I was like, all right, before this meeting, this is before our 3:30, Charles. So I'm like, okay. I can do this. Boom. I hop in the car. I go to this. We got a fairly new Dunkin' Donuts. I go to Dunkin' Donuts and say, hey, I want to get 3 glazed donuts. She says, we don't have any. How are you going to be Dunkin' Donuts?
You don't
no glazed.
You don't have the classic, huh? You don't have the
no.
classic.
It's Dunkin'. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? The one time in a year, I said, let me go up, grab 3 donuts for this meeting. Now, did I substitute them with something? Yes. But they didn't have glaze, man.
What time of day was it? What
3
time
o'clock.
of the afternoon?
Oh, yeah, it was an afternoon.
What time the kids got out of school? Because the kids may have came through and got the glaze.
Oh, no. Early afternoon, Freddie. Come on. Those are the classics. You got to keep those.
That's what I'm saying. Because to your point, Charles, they had everything else in abundance.
Damn.
And she just said it like, no, we don't have no glaze.
Yeah. Donut holes? No donut holes?
They did have those, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you saying those are glazed, right? For the small.
Here's the thing. No, Charles. They they call them munchkins. They didn't have glazed munchkins either. They had others.
They had the other ones.
Yes. Blueberry and cake and blah, blah, blah. I just wanted glaze.
You know what? I think you need to go on the ground, Facebook, and call out that particular Dunkin' Donut and let somebody know. Because if Dunkin' Donut, Krispy Kreme, glaze, you supposed to have. I don't care if they some 3 days.
You ain't got nothing else for it, right?
You supposed to have glaze out there.
Yeah. They
might be hard as a rock, but you're supposed to have glaze out there.
Look, man, it's a new day and time. I was severely disappointed, and that just screwed up my afternoon. So,
so you didn't have no donut.
I did. They were doing a special on Washington Nationals with a little something else on it, but it wasn't glazed. So
right.
What'd you have?
It was like I'll say it was cake, but it had a frosting on top of it, and it was painted like the Washington Nationals. It was a national something. So it wasn't bad. I'm not knocking that. Not what I went there for. And again, to your point, if I ordered a national donuts because I want to, and they still got a rack of glaze, I'm okay with that. No glazed.
That's not the norm, though. Normally, they're out of everything else, and they do have glaze, right? That's usually.
But to be fair, Charles, I haven't been in a Dunkin' Donuts in a while. So maybe to Freddie's point, maybe they get enough for the kids in the morning, and when they sell out, they just sell out.
And they done, right?
I mean, this is like pulling up at a gas station, and there's no 86, but you got 93.
Exactly. I want 86, Freddie. That's all I'm saying. I hope you guys enjoy the first round of the college football playoffs. We're going to do the same. Enjoy your weekend as you get ready for Christmas. And if we don't talk to you before then, hope everybody has a happy, healthy, and safe Christmas. And we'll get back to you next time we're on the air. We're out.